Have you noticed a change in your relationship? Are you worried that your partner is taking you for granted and doesn't want you as much? Do you want things to go back to the way they once were? Well, keep watching, because in this video I'll explain the 4 things that you can do to make him want you and value you more. So don't go anywhere, because we're starting in 4 seconds. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello. Welcome to another video. I'm a psychologist and relationship coach, and I make weekly dating and relationship advice videos. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love. So if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification so you aren't missing anything. Okay, on to the tips that will make him want you more. So here's the scenario. You've been dating someone and things started out great. You were seeing one another frequently, going on romantic dates. He communicated well, and you knew he was into you because you connected on so many different levels. The beginning was great, but now things are different. The guy who was always texting and blowing up your phone is now inconsistently responding. He no longer initiates communication and romantic dates. It's like the chase is over and he's no longer putting in effort to make you feel special. And you're kind of feeling like he doesn't care as much and that you're not important. You're disappointed and feeling like he doesn't want you or value you like he once did. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, because I'm going to share with you the best ways to turn things around quickly and have him wanting you like he did in the beginning. And of course, the tips you use depends on what's really happening with him. And usually his change in behavior is due to one of 3 different reasons. Number 1, his change is a reflection of your changes. Number 2, his change is simply a matter of him getting comfortable and not paying attention. Or number 3, his change in behavior and attitude are due to the fact that he values and wants you less. The first 2 reasons are easy to fix. The third one is a bit more challenging. So make sure you watch till the end to fully understand the actions that you can take to turn things around. So let's start with number 1. His change is a reflection of your changes. Ask yourself, have you been less interested? Have you stopped putting in the effort to maintain and grow the relationship? Have you not been as thoughtful and caring? Have you stopped showing him how much you care? Or did you have a falling out or a serious disagreement? If any of these are your situation, I think you know what you need to do. And that is, you need to put in more effort to show him that you care and value the relationship. Take some actions to become more engaged and spice things up a bit. Plan a special and romantic date. Have a heart-to-heart conversation and let him know how much you care and appreciate him. Or surprise him with spontaneously flirty texts to show him that you're thinking about him. In other words, do all of the nice things and the romantic things that you were doing in the beginning and see what happens. The second possible reason for his changing behavior could be a reflection of him or both of you getting too comfortable and getting into patterns where you take the relationship for granted and are no longer putting an effort into the relationship for the relationship's sake. If this resonates with you, remember this. Relationships are not made in heaven. They come in individual kits that take time and effort to put together. Yeah, relationships take work. If you want an amazing lifelong relationship, both you and your partner must commit to building, maintaining, and fixing your beautiful life together. So have that conversation with your partner and figure out what you both can do to make the relationship more of a priority. Again, this one is pretty obvious, right? But let's say the first 2 reasons don't apply to your situation. In fact, I suspect the third reason is what is happening to most of you. You notice a change in his behavior despite the fact that you are putting in more effort than ever before. For example, in the beginning, he was totally into you. He was communicating all the time, initiating and planning dates, telling you how much he cared, and now he communicates less and less or becomes less and less responsive. The concerned guy who was always making plans is now canceling dates at the last minute. Or the guy who was writing you paragraphs is now barely giving you short 1 or 2 word responses to your texts. Yes, when a person you like loses interest, their behavior change is easy to spot and produces uneasy and uncertain feelings about the relationship. It's frustrating and discouraging. Trust me, I know it's happened to me many times, and when you don't know the reason, it leaves you questioning your self-worth. So let's dig into this and figure out why he's taking you for granted and hardly trying. In this case, his change in behavior and attitude are due to the fact that he values you and the relationship less, and that leaves him less concerned. So let's talk about value and desire. A person's value and desire is dependent on two things: attraction, and I don't mean physical attraction, and investment, and I'm not talking about money here either. First, let me explain how your value and attraction are related. The biology behind attraction is that we want better offspring. So whenever we see someone who is healthy and strong and smart and attractive and lovable, they're a highly valued person, a highly valued mate. And to quantify things, let's just say that this person is a 10. And I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about all around. The person is attractive and strong and healthy and smart and caring and nurturing. Let's say that they're a 10 genetically. Their genes are a 10, and for argument's sake, let's say that I'm a 6. So I feel like their genes are superior, and when coupled with mine, might produce better offspring. So we like those numbers. We want to mate with a 10 because our children will have better genes. On the other hand, they're a 10 and they're looking at me like I'm a 6. When someone comes around showing too much interest in us, we feel that they have less value. It's like, why the hell are you even interested in me? We have this deep-rooted perception that anyone who is super interested in us must be flawed and looking to date up or to mate up. They're looking for superior genes. I know it's crazy, right? But whether we're thinking about reproduction or not, much of what we consider attractive is compelled by our subconscious minds. And perceived value has a lot to do with how attracted we are to another person. And when perceived value goes down, so does one's level of attractiveness. So when you show an uninvested person, a new person that you're dating, too much interest, your perceived value relative to theirs goes down. The second part, how value and investment are related. The fact is that we like, appreciate, and commit to the things and people that we invest our time, energy, and money into. And your value is influenced by your partner's investments into the relationship in terms of time, energy, and in other important resources. The more we invest in someone, the more we like and appreciate them as a result. People we don't invest in are somehow less valued. And if you're the one doing all the investing, all the work, the relationship becomes lopsided and you'll be taken for granted and underappreciated. And when things get difficult, it's the partner who has invested the least that's more willing to call it quits and walk away. You'd think that they'd have much more to lose, but that's just not how it works. So balance is essential. So how do you fix this? Keep watching because these are the 4 essential tips that will change everything. Number 1, let them invest in you. People care more when they put more effort into their relationships. So let your partner invest in you, and when they do, they are increasing their feelings of love and appreciation for you. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about allowing him to help you with things. Small favors, helping you complete a project at home, help with studying, things that take time and effort. The more he invests, the more he will like you as a result. I know it seems counterintuitive, but trust me, we appreciate and value the things we work hard for. So invest in each other equally. Share the effort, share the work, share in the giving and receiving, and you will develop an amazing appreciation for each other. Number 2, prioritize your needs and put yourself first. Sometimes people go out of their way to show the person they're dating how much they like them. They jump at every opportunity to talk and hang out and text, and usually that's a good thing, but not if you're trying to raise your value or trying to get him to want you more. In this case, you need to take the attention off of him and put it back on yourself. Take care of you first. Pick up some hobbies, make and keep plans with your friends, and fill up your social calendar. And when he calls last minute to make plans, oops, I'm sorry, I have plans. This will make him prioritize and plan his time with you. Number 3, become scarce. This can be difficult to do because when you like someone, you want to spend as much time with them as possible. But this can often backfire. By constantly being available, you diminish your value. So if he's taking you for granted, start being less and less available, and then even less until he hardly sees you at all. You're now effectively instigating the law of scarcity. And we all know this one. People want what they can't have. Think about it. Things that are scarce are more valuable. If your time is scarce, it has more value. Plus, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And don't say out of sight, out of mind. He's going to be wondering about you, so let him have the thoughts that you've had. Let him become the one who's worried about the relationship. Number 4, be a little bit mysterious. That means that you don't have to share every detail of your daily activities with him. You don't need to over-explain every little thing that you're doing. You want him to wonder and to develop intrigue. So when you're going out to dinner with your parents, tell him you're going out to dinner. You don't have to tell him with who you're going to dinner, unless he asks. And when you have plans with friends and he asks you out on a date last minute, tell him you have plans with friends. You don't have to go above and beyond to make him feel at ease about what you're doing. Remember, you want him to appreciate you and your time, and you want him to remember your value as a friend. So let him wonder, and if he needs to ask, let him do that too. Remember, relationships are not made in heaven. They come in individual kits that take time and effort to put together. And it takes both parties working together, and sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 60-40, and other times it's 40-60. But it's all about balancing each other and supporting one another when needed. If a relationship is meant to be, if he's the person for you, if you're really that compatible, then implementing these suggestions will certainly bring the two of you closer. That's for sure. But if it's not right, if he's not the one for you, if there are too many differences, nothing you can do will change that outcome. It just won't work, and that's okay. I love hearing your stories and examples. Have you been in this situation and turned things around? If so, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment and let's start a discussion. I promise to respond to all of them. And if you're struggling with a recent breakup or relationship problem that you need some help with, contact me at antonioborrello@icloud.com and perhaps we can work together one-on-one. I coach people all over the world, both over the phone and through video conferencing. So send me an email and let's talk. And if you're interested in more videos that will help you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love, make sure that you've subscribed so you aren't missing anything. And please hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.